Hello, David Hillier here, and I will be giving a short video on the practice of capital budgeting. This is section 6.8 of my textbook that comes from corporate finance. However, you can also use my other book, Fundamentals of Corporate Finance, where I cover a similar material. Now, in this section, I'm going to talk about what actually happens in companies with capital budgeting. The previous lectures and videos that I've given have covered what should happen, and I go through the different tools that are required to undertake a full investment appraisal analysis. All methods have strengths, all methods have weaknesses, and I would like us to really just spend some time in this video just talking about those strengths and weaknesses in a practical setting. If you look at this table here, and this table comes from Bruin et al. 2004. It's referenced, the full reference is given in my book. You'll see that a number of methods are used across different countries. Now, this paper did a survey of the largest companies in the different regions and compared it to what was used in the US, and that was based on an earlier research paper that surveyed US managers. Now, what I would like us to just think about at this point is the fact that there is no one dominant method. The US and the Netherlands use, in general, net present value according to this survey, and it tends to be the most successful method. But if you look at the UK, Germany, and France, net present value is used by less than half of companies. That's quite a significant fraction in terms of what people are led to believe is as if NPV is the best method, when why are less than half of all companies using it? If you look at the UK, you'll actually see that the most commonly used method is the payback period. The payback period, nearly 70% of all companies use payback in the UK, significantly more than net present value. If we look at the UK, which is where I come from, you'll see that the two most common methods are payback period and internal rate of return. Net present value is in third place. Now that is quite a surprising result. If you compare that to other countries in the US, the two most commonly used methods are net present value and the hurdle rate. And the hurdle rate is like a break-even analysis. In the Netherlands, the two most common methods are net present value and payback period. Germany, it's payback period, net present value. And in France, you have the internal rate of return, payback period. So you can see that although we cover a lot of different methods in the book, there are three main methods. It's net present value, internal rate of return, and payback period. Now, in my experience in talking to companies, what tends to happen is that a combination of methods is used. So it's not just any one method, it's two methods together. And the best way to look at this is the combination of net present value and payback period, or internal rate of return and payback period. So what you would be asking then is, if it was net present value and payback period, does the project increase value? And do we get our money back within a short period of time? So that's like a compound objective, a compound target that the project has to increase value in terms of, and that incorporates time value of money, it incorporates risk, but you need to get your cash back within a short period. The length of the payback period across industries varies quite significantly. In some industries where you are maybe acquisitions, you're looking to get your money back within about 3 years. So the payback period would be about 3 years. It could go to 5 years, and in some cases, the payback period may actually be 7 years. That would be if you're investing in a high-tech company or a high-tech project where revenues are not, they're not going to be generated up front. It'll be a slow burn in terms of developing the revenue. But NPV, increased value, you're incorporating risk and you're incorporating the timing of the cash flows. Internal rate of return does this as well. If we were to combine internal rate of return with payback period, then what you're saying is that your project, your investment, must give a higher return than the discount rate, so you're incorporating risk in there, and you have to get your cash flow back within a certain period. So there is a timing element, because one of the weaknesses with internal rate of return is that it doesn't incorporate timing of cash flows. But the timing element is captured in the payback period. So a combination of internal rate of return and payback period includes timing, it includes risk, and it brings in this idea we need to get our money back. So the book doesn't really cover this in the combination of methods. That's something that I'm definitely going to develop in future editions. Because I think it is important, and especially because I do quite a lot of executive education, executive development, and that is what I see in practice. It's not one method on its own, it's a combination of methods. So hopefully this approach is giving you some insights into what's used. Clearly you can read this paper, it's in Financial Management, the journal. You can see the range of methods. In later chapters, I will cover real options, I will cover sensitivity analysis, I will cover the hurdle rate. In chapter 6 of corporate finance, I cover discounted payback, profitability index, accounting rate of return, internal rate of return, and net present value. So this book does cover all of these methods, and they are applied in practice. It isn't just theory, it's practice. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully you can see some of my other videos in other areas of corporate finance. Thank you very much.